Does your child struggle with night terrors? Or maybe you're not exactly sure what night terrors are? Then this video is for you. Hello, I'm Haley Hennihan with Littlesleepersanddreamers.com, and I am your pediatric sleep consultant. Is your child struggling with night terrors? Then let's get into how we can help reduce night terrors with your little one. So what exactly are night terrors? Well, they're not technically bad dreams. They actually occur in the transition of stages of sleep. They last typically about 5 to 10 minutes and can be very alarming because your child may be acting them out. They are able to run, scream, appear terrified, even though they won't remember it. Before we get into it, let me just say that I do not offer medical advice, services, or treatments. If you are concerned about any medical issues relating to your child, I urge you to contact your doctor or pediatrician immediately. This video is not giving any medical advice. So how do they differ from nightmares? Night terrors occur in the first half of the night, while nightmares occur in the second half of the night. Night terrors are not remembered, where nightmares are. Night terrors leave children being confused when they see a parent in the room because they haven't been remembered. Whereas a child that has had a nightmare will be comforted by a parent. With night terrors, there are no restrictions, so they are able to act things out and move around, whereas with nightmares, their limbs are paralyzed. Parents are typically more scared when they see these night terrors because they can see what's going on where the child won't remember it versus a nightmare where that scares the child more. So what can you do when your child is having a night terror? Well, I really urge you not to wake your child up. I know it is probably something that is instinctual that you'll want to do, but you really don't want to be interrupting your child. So you want to let the night terror play out, because if you wake them up, they can be confused or frightened and not know why you're there, because remember, they are not remembering these night terrors. And then also waking them up can often trigger another night terror later in the night. So you don't want to be waking them up. You want to let it play out. Make sure that they have a safe space. Create a hazard-free space so that when it does play out that they are safe. If they happen to wake up, then explain and reassure them that you are there with them, and then go back to your sleep training method. Now, if you don't have a sleep training method, go ahead and visit my website, Littlesleepersanddreamers.com, and I can help you get started with a customized sleep plan today. You can even schedule a free 15-minute phone call if you would like to hop on and just have a conversation to see what I have to offer and how I am able to help your child. So if you know that your child is prone to night terrors, what can you do? The first thing you want to do is keep a diary. Keep a log for your child's pediatrician. You want to make sure that they are aware that your child has night terrors and that you are conversing with them about it. So there's no specific cause of night terrors, but things can aid it. So anxiety, stress, depression, drinking too much caffeine, being away from home, especially if it's a new environment, and even things like restless leg syndrome or medications can aid these night terrors. So be aware of those things that might aid it and see if that might be where the issue lies. The other thing you want to do is to prep your child's room. If you know they are prone to night terrors, especially if they are getting up, acting them out, You want to make sure that your child is in a safe place. So create a hazard-free area for them to sleep in, that they won't be able to get hurt if they get out of bed and act out these night terrors. So you also want to be mindful of their routine, of their schedule. You want them on a schedule where they are having a consistent bedtime and wake time every single night and morning, because overtired children tend to get night terrors more. So you want to make sure that you are not having your child become overtired. And another way is to even increase their sleep. Maybe put them down for bed a little earlier than you have been. So increasing their sleep, getting them on a schedule will really help them to reduce these night terrors. If you don't have a schedule or you aren't sure what would be appropriate for your child, go down in the description below. I have a link for a schedule based on your child's age, so you can grab that today. Another thing to help with reducing night terrors is to get rid of electronics. Those highly stimulated screens will aid night terrors as well. So taking a break or just getting rid of them altogether can really help your child when it comes to night terrors. You also want to try to find ways to reduce their stress. If they are very stressed, they may be prone to more night terrors. So find ways to get extra bonding time in with them to help them relax, take something off their plate. Maybe they have too many activities going on, and just really be mindful of their emotional well-being. One other tip I want to point out is not to really discuss these night terrors with them the next morning. Remember, your child is not going to remember these night terrors, so you don't want to bring it up and talk about it, because it could frighten them, especially realizing, like, my body is doing things that I'm not aware of. Like, that can be pretty scary. So I would really caution you not to discuss it with them. Again, make sure your pediatrician is aware that your child has these night terrors and is helping you through the process with their medical advice. If you found this video helpful, go ahead, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit the alert bell, as more videos will be coming your way. I'll see you in the next one. Sweet dreams.